line. The lines will be open. The numbers are 326-0271. That's 326-0272. You can WhatsApp us at 813-0271. That's 813-0271. Okay, our Facebook page is Global 995 FM. You can find us on Facebook and also on Cable Bahamas at 974. We have a website and it's www.global995fm.com. And to everyone that's tuning into Radio Land, we say thank you and we be excited. Boy, Master Producer, we have an exciting show today. Because last week we talked about prepping and seasoning and getting everybody ready for today's show, which is about the business plan. I wanted to do something unique that is probably I've never seen it being done before. And I figured then it may be a good time to give it a try. And we're going to have a business plan workshop on air, where we're going to go through the basics of writing a business plan, kind of break it down, explain to those who are listening and watching, and then be able to then get our feedback. Okay, so for those that are tuned in, please share. Click your followers, get it in the algorithms, get everybody tuned in because this is going to be a life changing experience over the next few weeks. Okay, but so to keep it going, because there's a lot of information that me and producer have to get through, I want to kick on the first slide. Okay. For those who can see it, get bigger producer. That's the smallest, that's the largest. Okay, good. And so all of my content I've decided just again to Google. And Google always Okay. If you can hear us, just leave a comment. Let us know. I will go back over the few slides. You want to start back to the top real quickly, Mr. Producer, since we had challenges with our vocals. Once Mr. Producer do that, let me just talk about the toy drive that we're having on December 20th on Friday from 12 p.m. And so, Global is doing a good thing here. And we want the persons who may be into the spirit of giving and not into the spirit of Grinch and want to put a smile on a child's face, you can come and you can now bring some toys here to be given away to children that may not necessarily have a toy during Christmas. Okay, that's going to be on December 20th. You have now until then to drop the toys off. You can leave your name, or if you want to be anonymous, you can also do that. So let's go back to the first slide, Mr. Producer. What is a business plan? And I'll read through it real quickly. A business plan, this information is being pulled from Investopedia. A business plan is a document that outlines a company's goal and the strategies to achieve them. It's valuable for both startups and established companies. For startups, a well-crafted business plan is crucial for attracting potential lenders and investors. Established business uses business plans to stay on track and align, with their growth objectives. This article will explain the key components of an effective business plan and guidance on how to write one. Next slide. How often should a business plan be updated? According to Investopedia, how frequently a business plan needs to be revised will depend on its nature. Updating your business plan. Updating your business plan is crucial due to changes in external factors, market trends, competition, and regulations, and internal developments like employees, growth, and new products. While a well-established business might want to review its plan once a year and make changes as necessary, a new or fast-growing business in a fiercely competitive market might want to revise it more often, such as quarterly. Okay? I want to say thank you to everyone that's watching. And I want to say that, if you don't have a business plan, now is the time to get one. This is what the purpose of this classroom lesson is going to be over the next few weeks, or see how quickly we can get through this. This is a lot of content. Next slide, Master Producer. When we come back from the break, we'll go back to why do business plans fail. I can hear the music in the background. You can go to the break, and then we'll start off with why do business plans fail. See you soon, Bombers. Live broadcast, and the sun will come out tomorrow. Live forecast. See, I'ma take you to school. Y'all need more class.
Breaker, 1-9, turn me up. I'm live on the line. See, now we on.
Fall is here, and so are the incredible advertising deals at Global 99.5 FM. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting holiday sales, or just want to get your brand out there, we've got you covered with unbeatable rates this season. Reach thousands of potential customers and boost your business before the holidays hit. Call 326-0271 or just email sales@globalradio995fm.com to learn more about our fall advertising promotions. Global 99.5 FM, reaching customers wherever they are for your success.
If your Black Friday looks like any other day, you're shopping in the wrong place. It's that time of the year, our annual 3 days of total blackout at Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center. Mark your calendars for November 28th, 29th, and 30th. Join us for the biggest, craziest Black Friday weekend sale you've ever seen. Get ready to snag thousands of items straight from Amazon, Home Depot, and Walmart, all sold at their original online prices. Don't believe us? Bring your cell phone and Google it. If Amazon's list price is $20, you pay $20. That's right, freight and duty included. Where? We'll be waiting for you on Mackey Street under the big red and white tent. Come for the deals, stay for the experience. Save like never before. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center's 3 days of total blackout. Call us now at 6980123 or WhatsApp 5572522. See you there on November 28th, 29th, and 30th.
Hey there, are you ready for the holidays? Well, Windermere Day Spa is turning it up to start the season with a fantastic Black Friday sale. They're giving a whopping 20% off all full-price gift card sales, and they are offering delivery at Windermere Day Spa. You can experience true head-to-toe pampering. You deserve it. Nail and hair care services, soothing facials, exhilarating massages, body wraps and scrubs. Your body is saying, let's do it. This Black Friday, call Windermere Day Spa and purchase your full price gift cards at a whopping 20% off. And remember, they deliver to locations: Cave Village, 321-613-506, or Harbor Bay at 393-8788 or 393-0033.
Yes, we on the radio. We on the radio. Welcome back to Mr. Independent Talks Business. And to everybody that's tuning in, I say thank you. You can share, because what we're doing is we're bringing information generally people would pay for. We bring it live over the radio just so you can enjoy. Before the break, we was looking at the slide, why do business plans fail? Okay, good. That's the one right there, master producer. A business plan isn't a surefire recipe for success. No, it is, but your rate of success increases with a business plan and your risk reduces with a business plan. So that's key to know. The plan may have been unrealistic in its assumptions and projections. Markets and the economy might change in ways that couldn't have been foreseen. A competitor might introduce a revolutionary new product or service. All this calls for building flexibility in your plan so you can pivot to a new course if needed. Boy, listen, God is good. That is true. Because some things has happened and you don't expect it to happen, but it happens. Okay? Next slide, Master Producer. Now we get into some things. Understanding business plans. Okay, notice we going through all this little brain teasers because I want to open up the mind. So once you start, see, because what business plan writing is all about is creativity. And generally creativity is what I learned is what exists, 10% creative more. Just do it 10% better than what currently exists right now. And that's all it is with the advantage for persons that are getting into a market that you may feel is not a new market, but you coming in as a new player to the game, but your job is to bring that 10% creativity, that additional creativity that is required. That's your job. Any new business should have a business plan in place before beginning operations. Banks and venture capital firms often want to see a business plan. I agree. Before considering making a loan or providing capital to a new business. So as you can see, this whole classroom today, the discussion is all about preparing you to writing the right business plan so that you could be able to access the capital from a venture capital firm or from a bank. And hopefully at this show encourages lenders to now stay focused or to pay attention to persons that generally writing their own business plans and now able to meet the criteria, and even to provide that information public so persons who are now writing their business plan, who are following the show, they can have an understanding of what banks and lenders require for them to have in the business plan. That's very key too, because it assists them to ensure that the right information is included in the business plan. Next slide, Master Producer. Even if a company doesn't need additional funding, having a business plan helps it stay focused on its goals. Research from the University of Oregon shows that businesses with a plan are significantly more likely to secure funding than those without one. Hey, Bahamas, listen, let me stick a pin right there. You know how true that is? I'm going to give you a secret, okay? Back in 2009 or 8, when I started my first business, I was given an opportunity, and I never really talked the story, but I think I can talk the story now because, I thank God for favor. I was an employee to Aura. I don't know how many of you all know Aura nightclub. Okay, no, it's not a promotion. I was one of those persons that opened up Aura nightclub. If you have ever been there when it first opened, when Aura first opened, Aura was the thing, and I was a box server, high-end bottle service, high-end clientele. You understand? And something happened to me that changed my perspective on the way I see my life. and what made me make a decision that I never regretted. I left Aura. I left Aura because I got a tip. I got a tip for like a couple thousand, maybe $1,200, I think it was, just for wiping down the table. Like I said, it's Aura, it's high end ballers. But like most, I didn't get excited over the tip. $1,200. That's still a lot of money you get one time off service, and that wasn't even the only tip. But it made me think. I wonder what he's do for a living to be able to afford to tip me $1,200 or his disposable income. I in the wrong side of the table, Kareem. This is the conversation I have with myself. I need to be put in a position or put myself in a position to be the person who could tip the person 1,200 versus be the person looking to get tipped 1,200, because then his income is where is I'll be able to allow him to do that. And I left for 2 weeks later, after 2 weeks into me leaving the job, I get a call from my executive director and the deputy. He say, Angel, the deputy called me. He said, Angel, what's going on? I see you stop coming to work. So I said, yeah, man. He said, what happened? I said, I just see what I bring to the table. I know right now I can't elevate, so it don't make no sense. I spend a lot more time on the job, and I looking to elevate. I bring something to the table outside of the skill. I still have the education, and so at the end of the day, I still want more of life. So he said to me, listen to me. Here's what to do. Come to work tomorrow. We can meet at Human Resources. Okay, and I went there and I met the Human Resources, and they already had everything lined up, and they told Human Resources that they wanted, on my record, they said that they won't give me time off, absent of leave, to come back whenever I'm ready. That's what the last thing I was told when I went to Human Resources. I said, well, I ain't coming back to Aura. I ain't coming back to Atlantis as an employee. I done did my time here. I enjoyed it, and I'm moving on. So after that, the Human Resources lady said to me, boy, Kareem, these people like you. Because you're the first person I ever see someone, a boss, put them on their file. They could leave to get as much time as they want off and come back when they're ready. Okay? So now we all concluded the meeting, and as me and the executive director, the deputy was walking out, he began to talk to me. He said, Kareem, what it is that you want to do? You can't just leave. You was a great worker. I just don't want to let you go. So I said, well, at the end of the day, into business. So he said, why don't do this? Open up a business in linens and towels, and we can go from there. I'll see if we could help you, and then you could apply to Atlantis to see if you get the contracts to run the napkins and towels. So if you ever been Aura, you see those people who's be wiping up the floors with the towels, and then you go on the table, you see the black or the white napkins. I used to provide that service to Aura for about maybe 2.5 to 3 years. Okay. Science down. But the moral of the story is, after I accepted the challenge to start a business, my phone rang when I left the meeting with the boss. My phone rang, and it was one of my mentors. And he said, Kareem, you young, you under 30, the government giving out some grants. You should see if you could try to get your hand in a business grant so you could start a business. He didn't know what was going on. He didn't know my decision that I made. Okay. I went home. I called one of my cousins, at the time, one of my favorite cousins. They ain't my favorite cousins no more, but at that time. And I called them and I said, hey, are you going to write me my business plan? I going to give them an idea of what it is I'm going to do. I suggest that you write a business plan too. The next day, he picked me up, and sure as fate, I had my business plan, KH Linen Towel Rentals. I provided napkins rentals. I provided towel rentals. Okay. From the hotel, working with Atlantis, my business grew to where I started to expand and provided service outside of Atlantis to other small properties around the Bahamas. Okay. I went in there with a business plan. And do you believe at that time I was the only one that had a business plan? That's what made them so intrigued and interesting at what I did, because my cousin, he didn't write a business plan, so he didn't get it. But I wrote a business plan, and I got it. And I put the monies in, because the monies wasn't coming to us. They wrote it a check to the company wherever I was buying the supplies from. You had to buy it locally. So I bought my supplies locally, and I started my venture. I started my business, and I did that for about 3 years. And it was good. Okay. And then I just moved on. I went into business planning where I started to write plans for other people because of what I saw the success with me and my own personal business. Okay. And that's why I brought up that story about the power of a business plan. Moreover, and back to the slide, if you're following. Moreover, companies with a business plan grow 30% faster than those that don't plan. Listen to me, Bahamas. That statement so true. When I started my latest business, I same thing. I wrote all my business plans. I wrote all my business. I wrote business plans for my STC Bahamas, my business planning consultancy firm. I wrote a business plan for that. Um, my fencing company, Fencing Rasta. I wrote a business plan for that. Next week we're going to dive into or whenever we get to that, I'm going to be able to go through my business plan for Fencing Rasta on layer, so persons can see actually what I put into the business plan, and I can basically let you know if I overachieve or underachieve according to the business plan. Okay. According to a Harvard Business Review article, entrepreneurs who write formal plans are 16% more likely to achieve viability than those who don't. A business plan should ideally be reviewed and updated periodically to reflect achieved goals or changes in direction. An established business moving in a new direction, okay, might even, give me a second, Bahamas. I see a little piece get cut off. Might even, but I get a little cut off on my screen, Bahamas, so forgive me. And so we will continue. Move next slide, master producer. It's only a sentence, so we ain't gonna hurt too much over that. I will upload the files on my Facebook page. You can get them at Kareem Hanshield, independent candidate, Garden Hills. The information will also be there. The files that you're actually reviewing on. If you're watching from Facebook, you'll be able to see the files that I'm reading from. For those that are listening to radio, you will be able to go on Facebook, on my personal page, or Global 995 FM Facebook page, and you'll be able to retrieve the files. How to write a business plan, according to Investopedia. While there are any number of templates that you can use to write a business plan, it's best to try to avoid producing a generic looking one. Let your plan reflect the unique personality of your business. So remember now, I always tell you how important it is for your vision to be able to be sound and built with foundation. And creativity is so unique in terms of your business and how well it's received in the society. Okay. Next slide, Professor. Good. Let's start with the executive. Let's start with the next slide, slide 8, Professor. Good. Let's start with that one. Common elements in many business plans include the executive summary. Now, what does it say here about the executive summary? This section introduces the company and includes its mission statement, along with relevant information about the company's leadership, employees, operations, and location. So you see what is important about the executive summary. It gives us a brief overview of what we can expect in your business plan. Okay. It briefly shares with you vital information that persons that are reading, you're introducing them to the mission of the company. You have your mission statement. Your mission statement, generally, you have your vision statement or your executive overview, what talks about generally gives us a understanding of one, sometimes why you got into business, identifying issues that may have drove you in the business to provide this service to fill in this need. Okay. Then it tells us about the mission, what is behind the drive. Okay. That's the mission. For me, the mission is to provide the public an opportunity to be able to write better plans for themselves, so they can now be able to submit these plans to lenders for funding. Okay, that's very important. Now, for someone like Hanshield, I've never been able to access funding when I started my business, except for that grant Okay, that I was a young man under 25 and was able to access that grant, that was able to be insufficient enough to get a business started and to grow the business, that was able to sustain myself, my family, and also the business itself. Okay. Products and services. So some products are all just service only. You have some businesses that are only products only. Then you have some businesses that are products and services only. Now, this information may be not new to some of you that are listening and watching, but for those that have never dived into a business plan, who have never written one, who have never started a business, this may be something intriguing to you. Describe the products and services. Describe the products and services the company offers or plans to introduce. Include details on pricing, product lifespan, and unique consumer benefits. Mention production and manufacturing processes, relevant patents, proprietary technology, and research and development information. See, that's very important to know. So at the end of the day, a business plan have to give the readers who you want to assume don't know nothing. You want to give them sufficient information so they could visualize the business products and services just off your description and text. Okay. That's very important to know. So don't hold back. Now, when you talk about certain levels of businesses, your business may start off retailing existing products, or your business may be the business that may be introducing a proprietary product to the industry or to the market. And so that information would be included when the information talks about research and development information, when it talks about patents, because if you're creating something new, you'd want to get your product patented so you can protect yourself at the end of the day. Okay, that's very important. Next slide. So let's go back now. Let's go back to slide 7. Okay, which is the market analysis. Good. See, you could now, Bahamas. This part of the outside of knowing your products and services, what you're going to be supplying the market, and at what cost, and how much of that market you want to supply in order to generate your gross revenue goals. Market analysis is by far the most important part of being able to make your business successful. If your marketing analysis isn't on point, your business ain't gonna be on point. Okay, that's just the reality. So you got here as according to Investopedia, in your market analysis, you should explain the current state of the industry. Okay, so whatever your business is going to supply the need to or fill in that need, you must know the industry that you're getting into. So you got to do your homework. You got to do your research and development. You put in your time to understand the way the market works. So explain the current state of the industry and the competition. So you got to know who is the top players and who's the worst players in the business. I had to get to know some of the who the installers. I had to know who the suppliers, understand their strengths, understand their weaknesses, understand the business, understand the industry. Detail where the company fits in the market is very key. Okay, that's trying to develop or find your niche. Who are your customers' profile? So understanding who your customers is. See, we can talk about that in a minute. Okay. The types of customers it plans to target. So when you talk about customers that you want to sell your products or your services to, I go and look at the psychology of the customer outline or profile. You want to not just have a physical description of who your customer is, male, female, tall, short, white, black, poor, rich. You want to who can afford your service. You want to know where they think. Okay. We'll be back. We'll take up where we left off on the market analysis, understanding our customer profile when we return.
Over and out, we on the radio live broadcast, and the sun will come out tomorrow live forecast.
It's that time of year to spread happiness with the Global 99.5 FM Christmas Toy Drive. Join us in collecting toys to bring hope and joy to children of all ages this holiday season. Stop by our studio on the corner of Elizabeth Avenue and Shirley Street and donate a new unwrapped toy. Let's work together to put a smile on the child's face this Christmas. Celebrate the magic of giving with Global 99.5 FM just in time for the holidays.
Bring home the magic this Christmas. With a BOB holiday loan, your celebrations can be as bright as you've always imagined. And with each approved consumer loan or credit card, you will have the chance to win one of 4 $1,000 shopping sprees that will bring even more joy. Apply today at loans@bankbahamas.com. And let's make this Christmas magical. BOB, your bank of solutions. Terms and conditions apply.
The Paint Depot. For interior and exterior paint, material and supplies, automotive, marine and industrial, Rust-Oleum, color wheel, joint compounds, sealers, and much more. We are your distributor for automotive art colors. We have pressure washers, ladder rentals, and accessories. Select any color and we'll mix it and deliver it to you. Family Island orders are welcome with bank transfers. Get your free quote today. Free delivery to the mailboats, homes, and businesses, too. The Paint Depot, number 151 Mount Royal Avenue. Open Monday to Saturday, 7:30 to 5. The Paint Depot. We supply all your painting needs.
Unwrap the gift of style this Christmas at Shoe Depot. We've got a sleigh full of fresh footwear rolling in, and guess what? Duty-free U.S. retail prices plus Rewards Club benefits mean you're not just getting style, you're getting everyday savings. Boots, heels, straps, and sexy sandals are lighting up the ladies' holiday wardrobes. And fellas, we got classy to sporty kicks that'll have you slaying in every scene and oodles of kid styles too. Santa's little helpers can even deliver to your door. The freshest styles, the hottest deals, and the coolest prices. It's all happening at Shoe Depot at Golden Gates Plaza and Palmdale Plaza.
Limbo! Oh.
Man, what you doing way down there on the ground with that limbo stick?
Well, I was in a competition with Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center. Their price is so low. I want to see if I could go even lower.
You should know better than that. Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center has general quality merchandise, furniture, homewares, and groceries, but their prices can't be beat. No one has better quality with lower prices. Come to think of it, I need to get there right now to catch those low prices. See ya.
Wait, you can't help me up? Oh boy. That's Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center on Marquis Street. Good buys at low prices.
Here we go.
How low can we go?
Come on.
Here we go now. How low can we go?
Breaker 19, turn me up. I'm live.
Yes, I'm on the radio. Yeah, I'm on the Yes Bahamas, and welcome back. But just for this quick minute, I just want to put Jay Wise on the mic. I want him to promote his, what he's do, his ones and his tours. What's up, Jay Wise? What's up, Master Producer?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Kareem Hanchel, Mr. Independent.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that you actually helped me to come on your show, man. I feel honored.
Well, Jay Wise, I like what you're doing. Like I say, you was the dream come to reality. Jay Wise, I can say this quickly. For 10 years, when I was in the music business, when I used to throw events, every DJ used to say, could you please just come and play all Bahamians?
Yes.
And could you encourage Bahamians to bring in their music so you could build your playlist? And for some reason, they could not stay away from other music. So it's kind of irking me because I figured then at some point, you'd want to tailor-make a niche where you want to be known for something, because if you want to build the music, you can't expect to build the industry and say it's Bahamian industry, but you ain't pushing Bahamian music. Any new foreign music come out, whether it sound good or not, it on the radio. But we have a lot of Bahamian artists who make good music, but they struggling to get their music on the radio. So tell them how they could be able to get that help, man.
Yes, of course, John. All you gotta do is actually give me a call right here at Global 326-0271-326-0272, and of course, let me know. And of course, I'll make some room for you on the show. The Bahamian Weekend Blast is all about Bahamian, and Kareem, the thing that I love about my country and Bahamian music. A lot of artists got actually put the stuff I made. It could be rake and scrape, it could be rap, it could be R&B,
Yes, yes.
it could be reggae, soca, you know.
Yeah, but
Different genres.
Because
You know, it don't always have to be rake and scrape.
But we want to encourage the artists to know that you have a home here at Global 99.5 to push the music, because you get Mr. Angel here who can be behind Mr. J. Wise, who behind himself, who just have that passion and that vision from God to push the platform for Bahamians to take advantage of it.
Because you know something too, but before we get back to your show, I find, you know, one thing I respect about Jamaicans, because I did I was on a boat cruise some years back.
Okay, I'm
and of
listening.
course, the Jamaican DJ was actually doing his thing. And for some reason, the promoters always say, look, we want some R&B, some soca, some rap, you know. So the guy said, okay, because he I was one DJ on the boat, so all he did is actually look at me and just pass me the headphones. He's like, I was like, man, go play. He said, no, and he played Jamaican music.
That's what we need. That's
You know?
why, like, you pick up the mantle, J. Wise.
So, you know, I got to represent 242.
We have to, and see, like I always tell the Bahamian DJs, you may not think you appreciate it locally because you spend in Bahamian music, but you send the foundation. But when you go foreign, and there's a need for a Bahamian DJ, you can't fill that void because you have not mastered or practiced how to make a crowd bounce off of Bahamian music.
And one more last thing, Kareem. When the tourists come to the 242, what they want to hear?
They don't hear our music, local music.
Of course.
So we got to get on this movement to all them artists out here who's listening. We trying to get it started. You know, you always talk about getting paid, but you got to support the station.
Oh, definitely.
You know, persons, so their businesses, you know, you got to support the station, Global 99.5. Call them at 326-0271, 326-0272. They have great sponsorship packages. Okay, so get on board. This is what we're doing. Good. So let's get back to slide number 7, Mr. J. Wise. That's our little Bahamian blast with the #1 Bahamian DJ of the Bahamas. And like I was saying to your market analysis, you got to know who your customer is. That's your niche. You got to know how they look, how they smell, how they talk, where you find them. You got to find them. You got to, and then because what happens is your message and your marketing is it relates to them. So your message is being tailored to attract the people you already put in your psyche in the vibration of the universe who you want your business to attract. That's what Fencing Rasta did for me. We attracted a lot of persons to the business. And so after they saw the secret, they said, boy, I'm going to tie in this campaign. And so when I get called, like I had two jobs in Gardeners a few days ago, I recognized, like, hey, I was right in the Gardeners community doing fencing and then campaigning, talking to door to door, talking to people as they walk past and introducing myself as the next candidate for Garden Hills. Okay, and that's just where it's at. Okay, I love it. And so you got to know who your market is, Bahamas. You got to know how your customer look, and you got to know how you're going to treat them. Because remember now, business owners, you ain't the boss of them. They is your boss. Your clients, your customers, is you serving them. You's the servant to them. And so at the end of the day, that's what the energy and attitude that you want to have. Okay, that's very important. Very good. And see, you find that then people, and see, one of the things I did not put in my business plan is I didn't expect that there's going to be persons rise up against your business and try to close your business down. But that's what happened to me. So that don't happen all the time, but apparently it does happen. You know, and I'm a victim of it. Not that to have a business fail not because of your own merit or because your plan wasn't right, but because you're wicked people in the world who just don't want to see you prosper, and it's so sad. Let's continue. And how it plans to capture market share from competitors. You see that? So not because you coming into the business in an already filled industry don't mean that you don't have enough creativity to take charge of your market. Market strategy outlines the company's plans to attract and retain customers, including anticipated advertising and marketing campaigns. Well, for me, Red Fencing Rasta was all marketing on Facebook, all sales made through Facebook. That's why next show we'll be going through the business plan for Fencing Rasta, so you can actually see how, and I can be able to break it down to you how I was able to identify my customers, how I put my plan together, and how that can then be able to be as a backdrop for you who is now following the show and is writing your own business plan, including anticipated advertising, marketing campaigns, describe the distribution channels that will be used to deliver products or services to customers. That's very important. And so for investors, if an investor can't see who your customer is and how you can make money, what your products or services is, and it's determine if that's a need and if there's a market for it, and then to show how your customers is going to be able to utilize your services or products, that makes it hard for them to want to invest in it. And so this is why we're having this show, so you can then be able to get the assistance that you deserve. Okay, let's go to the next slide, Mr. Master Producer. The 9th. Good. This is the most important slide. Okay. Financial plans and projections, and that is according to Investopedia. That's according to Mr. Kareem Hunchel. Okay, that's what that about. Financial plans and projections. Established businesses should include financial statements, balance sheets, and other relevant financial information. New businesses should provide financial targets and estimates for the first few years. This section may also include any funding requests. So in this section, what happens is in your marketing segment, when you put together the formula to determine how much sales or how much customers you have to attract per week, per day, per month in order to meet your business financial goals. Your business financial goals, generally the bottom line is established based on your financial needs for your business and for your personal self. Generally covered, your personal self financial needs are generally covered in your salaries that you would pay to yourself. So salaries that you may pay yourself is determined based on your personal needs, your personal obligations, your responsibilities. From this financial bottom line, you will able to determine how much sales, and this is how you determine how viable your business is, because based on what you need to make, if the market aren't able to allow you to make that, then you know your business can fail from you even start. So why continue to push money, or why would you push money in a business that you already see that the market does not able to support your business based on the amount of money that you need a day, a week, a month? And so what you'll find is once we come back next week, God spare life, amen to that, you will be able to go over a successful business plan that I wrote and that I implemented and executed, that yielded the fruits that was forecasted. I think I might even do better. I haven't looked at the business plan since 2020, but I definitely can look at it next week together with you all, and we can determine exactly how you all now sitting at home in front of the computer or on your phone or on your radio are able to be successful. Okay, so now that you know, now that you know how much money your business need, and you need to write all your finances accordingly. Don't leave nothing out. If you need $1 for print, paper times X, whatever your cost associated with running your business, you must include it. We can see all that in the business plan next week. Once I bring it forward, you'll be able to see how successful Fencing Rasta has been. You know, at the end of the day, you'll think the Rasta man would have been happy and would have called me on to take advantage of my brains and not get stuck where they is. But at the end of the day, some people we have to leave behind. That's what happened with Moses, right? You had to leave them behind. At the end of the day, let's keep it moving. That's our final break. If you feel free, you want to call in, it's 326-0271. If you want to chime in and add something, 326-0272. Our WhatsApp line is 813-0271. You can hear us on Cable Bahamas at 974, and you can go back to our global Facebook page at Global 995 FM so you can rewatch the show. I'll see you soon, Bahamas.
This Christmas, my husband put a smile on my face. He caught the store-wide sale on now at the Paint Place. With brands like Richards and Benjamin Moore, the Paint Place had the perfect color and he was out the door. Now their front room is fabulous. What a surprise! cranberry red. I couldn't believe my eyes. Make the holidays magical. Get 20% off store-wide during the Christmas sale at the Pink Place. When you've got to paint it right the first time.
Janae's Christmas Wonderland is open under the Big Tent. Get 20 to 50% off selected Christmas decorations. Restrictions apply. Trees in pink, frosted green or white in a variety of sizes. LED and laser lights, a large variety of tree ornaments, lighted angels, Santa tree toppers, bright and lively colored Christmas balls, garlands, wreaths, red and white stringed cranberry, tree skirts, stockings, and lots more. Add flowers, picks, and decorative mesh to brighten up your home or office this holiday season. And don't forget the toys at Janae's Chesapeake Road. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Janae's Limited. WhatsApp 817-3295.
Roll out this holiday season with a new ride from Montague Motors. We have you covered on just about everything from the Mazda CX-5, CR-Vs, and Nissan X-Trails to Suzuki Swifts, Mazda Demios, Cubes, Notes, Step Wagons, and Jukes, all colors. Small cars too, like Passos and Miras. Payment plans from $200 per month. Now open on Saturdays. Zero down, everyone. Village Road near Shirley. Telephone 812-7576 or 477-3734.
We all know that finding the perfect gift can be difficult. We house a wide selection of perfume and gift sets to suit everyone on your Christmas list. Spend $50 or more and enter to win a prize from our Christmas giveaway promotion. We can help you get it right this Christmas. You know the person, and we know the perfume. Merry Christmas from the Perfume Bar.
Now we on.
Yes, Bahamas, welcome back. That was our final break. Boy, and I always go fast when you're having a good time, mate. And you're getting filled with all this information. And you can go back and now you can kind of put your mind around some of the things that we spoke about. When we talk about how important it is to have a financial plan, financial projections, financial statements, actual statements, receipts that you could now cross-reference to the revenue streams that you have now able to generate through the business. And so self-sustainability is key. And that all starts with being able to put in a proper business plan that will be able to follow that. Okay. See, that's very important. That's why I say it's so important that next week's show, you will be able to get a clear understanding of, well, before I continue, I just want to let you know that we do have a downloadable app, Global 99.5 FM app that can be downloaded. Where exactly you could go to get that at any app store?
Yeah, at any app store, you just download Global 99.5 FM app. All your smart device, of course. Like a show like your show right now, Angela, you can actually go back and listen to it as much times as they want. So download the Global 99.5 FM app.
That's what I'm talking
all
about.
All your smart devices.
That's why I did the show on air, so you can go back, refresh your minds, follow it line by line. So in order to do that, you either could go on the stream on Facebook or have it personalized on the go at the app. Go on any app store and download Global 99.5 app. Listen to me. I think that's a powerful tool. This information I putting out here to the world is you have to pay for it, Bahamas. But the reason why I decided to just, I just have no interest in writing business plans anymore. And so I figured then if I can do it for free for everybody, then I just say, well, let me make it available on air. And it wouldn't hurt me than having persons come and pay for a plan. And then they, at the end of the day, I ain't interested in that no more. Now, if you want me to assist, like I say, you can book me for consultation to assist in advisory and to then review and to make any adjustments or corrections to your plan for a fee. And if you want a discounted fee, then you can have that booked through Global 99.5. The telephone numbers again on 326-0271 or 326-0272. And for those that are businesses, we are open for sponsors. Okay, to any of the shows. I am on the famous round table discussion every Fridays from 2 to 4 with Mr. Thompson. Okay, it's the beautiful name, but I can get it. But for Mr. Thompson, his show is on Mondays through.
Hey, I just want to actually interject.
Yes, sir.
It's Professor.
Yes, sir.
Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson.
Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson.
There you go. There you go. There
If
you go.
I ain't gonna get it right, I ain't gonna say
You gotta
it.
make sure you got it right. You
But
know.
now we got it. So it's
got it. You got it.
Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson.
Yeah.
See, that's the
You got
great
it.
man.
You got the great man.
That's the great
With
man.
many
So-
names.
With many names. And so I am encouraged. Check him out from Mondays through Fridays between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. I am on the show every Fridays. If persons want to reach me direct, they can call me at 820-3356, or you can book me through the station at 326-0271 or 326-0272. And next week's show, we'll be diving into an actual business plan that I wrote for myself for Fencing Rasta. You'll be able to get an understanding of something real, and we can then show you how it worked for me and how that would work for you. Once you write the business plan correctly, again, I'm here to assist. You can hit me up at 820-3356, or you can book me through the show at 326-0271 or 326-0272 for your discount price. Okay? It definitely is a pleasure. We will have about 3 more minutes left. Master Producer, you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to ask according for what was read or what was discussed today?
Well, what I enjoy about your show, this is what your fourth show.
Yeah, fourth show.
It's very entertaining.
Thank you, sir.
You know, very entertaining, and I'm enjoying it.
But tell you the truth, Master Producer, I've had some people see. I wanted to build the brand voice, but this week we going in full-fledged empowerment to businesses. That's why we sparked this week off with the business plan, because you want us to be on the same page. Every business, if you don't have a business plan, every entrepreneur, any self-employed, any employed, any unemployed person,
yes,
you are now going to be able to start and write your
and
business
of course,
plan.
you get a lot of young entrepreneurs that they want to start doing business and be successful.
Right.
So this is the show.
This is the show for them.
I'm doing and do.
Yeah, so we just got to get it out there to the masses, and we're going to need your support. Radio Land, share it, tell a friend, bring a friend. There's a lot we have planned for you all, and at the end of the day, we need that public engagement, okay? Because, success is key, and I figured this is going to kind of prepare us for the new Bahamas, because, for me, when I get into Parliament, that's when I get into Parliament, that's a goal, because I ran twice, lost. But when I get into Parliament, this is, I want to work with, this is why I'm doing it early. So by the time I get into Parliament, persons would already have their business plan. So even if you had missed or had encountered some blocks, you could still be able to reach out to me, and we'll be able to get your program moving, because we have a lot of plans, and you are a part of it. You just got to do your part. And until the next week, until the next show, I say God bless. And listen, God is real. Okay? Thank you for his son. Mama, wifey, we on the radio. We on the radio. We on the radio. Love you, Bahamas.
And the sun will come out tomorrow, live forecast. See, I'ma take you to school, y'all need more class. Breaker, 19, turn me up. I'm live on the line, see, now we on.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests, and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.
99.5.